The passive voice. Please turn to page 76. Some verbs take two objects, and each object can be made a new subject of a new sentence in the passive voice. The teacher told the children a story. The children were told a story by the teacher. A story was told the children by the teacher. The children asked the teacher some questions. The teacher was asked some questions by the children. Some questions were asked the teacher by the children. Please turn to page 77. Intransitive verb plus preposition equals a transitive verb. The girl looks after the cat. The cat is looked after by the girl. They relied upon our support. Our support was relied upon by them. Please turn to page 78. Transitive verb plus object plus preposition equals transitive verb plus two objects. I will take care of your money. Care will be taken of your money by me. Your money will be taken care of by me. They turned a deaf ear to our advice. A deaf ear was turned to our advice. Our advice was turned a deaf ear to. Please turn to page 79. The past participle is found used mostly in these areas. 1. Of sentiments. I am pleased with the result. Satisfied with, contented with, delighted at. Distressed at, vexed at, alarmed at, startled with. Surprised at, amazed at, annoyed at, upset about. Shocked at, horrified at, terrified at, frightened at. 2. Of work. She was engaged in writing. Occupied with, devoted to, involved in, absorbed in. Bored with, tired of, exhausted with, done up with. 3. Of the body. She was a blonde-haired girl. Blue-eyed, left-handed, red-faced, light-hearted. 4. Of mind. I am disappointed at my own failure. Discouraged at, convinced of, ashamed of, acquainted with. Please turn to page 80. Some verbs can be used in both active and passive voices without any difference in meaning. Jack and Jane married last week. Jack and Jane were married last week. I prepared to start a new business. I was prepared to start a new business. His house rents at $10,000 per month. His house is rented at $10,000 per month. She determined to buy a new car. She was determined to buy a new car. My son graduated from a university last month. My son was graduated from a university last month. John seated himself at his desk. John was seated at his desk. Please turn to page 81. We need all the knowledge we have got so far from the past lessons to find out a past participle. 1. The 4 positions of nouns or pronouns. 2. The kinds of verbs, transitive, intransitive, and linking. 3. The prepositions, having a noun or pronoun as its object. 4. The suffixes, to help identify the nouns or pronouns, verbs, and adjectives. We coordinate 1, 2, 3, and 4 to find out how many nouns or pronouns are in the sentence. This is an old city destroyed by a fire. There are 3 nouns or pronouns: this, city, and fire. This should be a pronoun as subject of is, and fire is the object of by. The remaining city should be the complement of is, not the subject of destroyed. If city is the subject of destroyed, the sentence doesn't make sense. And more, destroyed is transitive, which needs an object, but there is none. So, destroyed can act only as a past participle qualifying city. Please turn to page 82. The police wanted to close the case, wanted the man. The second wanted is a main verb with man as its object. So the first wanted can't act as a verb, but finds its way to qualify the subject, people, as a past participle. The term main verb will be discussed on page 212. Please turn to page 83. Usually, a single present or past participle goes before a noun they qualify. Criticizing speech means the speech criticizes others. Criticized speech means the speech was criticized by others. Please turn to page 84. However, a participle phrase has 3 places to go. 1. At the end of a clause to qualify its subject. I wrote a letter to my boss, thanking him for his help. 2. At the beginning of a clause to qualify its subject. Living in town, people admire country life. 3. After a noun. The boys, tired of play, sat down to rest. Please turn to page 85. A few past participles of intransitive verbs are used to show an action done in perfect tense, active voice. An escaped prisoner means a prisoner who escaped. A retired teacher is a teacher who has retired. A fallen soldier is a soldier who has fallen in a battle, is dead. Please turn to page 86. Some transitive verbs do not occur in the passive voice. I have a car, not a car was had by me. She lacks courage. not courage is lacked by her. The hat suits him, not he is suited by the hat. Have has a causative use occurring in the active voice. She has him repair the car, not to repair. She has her car repaired. Please turn to page 87. A few transitive verbs are used intransitively to show a passive sense. The book reads well means the book affects readers well when it is read. The car sells well. The flower smells sweet. These oranges taste sour. The biscuits eat crisp. Our plan works out. My shoes wear long.